Afternoon. Today's video, I was recording it just as a basic, straightforward commentary. But as I thought about it today, the idea is that it's kind of depressing. It's not the happiest, it's not the most energetic, it's taking on a very serious subject. And I wanted you guys to just know going into it that I have this discussion with you with the idea that even if it reaches one person who needs it, that maybe it helps that one person. I know that not everyone has this situation, but for those of you who do, you're not alone. There's all sorts of people who have it. And I just wanted you guys to know that that's why I'm having this serious discussion. It's huge that you guys understand that it's a serious subject, and it's a subject that's close to me, and hopefully you guys all like the video. Please watch it to the end, maybe share it with someone. I recently had a friend that I had to watch for about 4 months and make sure he didn't kill himself. And it's important that if someone may have an issue, you say something. So, sorry, this has been a longer intro than it should have been. But with that, hopefully you guys had a great Friday, and I will see you over the weekend in stream and next week in more videos. Peace. Hey guys, how's it going? Grindtastic Games, and happy Friday. This is going up late, but going up nonetheless. So, I've been working on a lot of stuff lately. I've been having a lot of trouble really finding the motivation to play Titanfall. I'm really getting tired of a bunch of things, like I've gone through in my past videos. I do still really enjoy Titan Brawl, so expect to see a lot of Titan-related videos on this channel for my commentaries. But that's not what I'm here to talk to you guys about today. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about something a little more personal, a little more private, and something that really is a big thing that I've experienced with my life, while, not everyone has experienced it. So, I know I've talked a little bit about how I was, a nerdy kid in school. I was the kid that was walking around with a pair of glasses, braces, and acne all over my face. I watched cartoons, and I liked nerdy shit, and I actually tried hard in classes, and unfortunately I wasn't blessed with the whole chiseled jawline and athletic build of some of my peers. So, I was kind of that, not ostracized, but I was that, outcast type nerd kid. And while I did find friendship with several people throughout my time in school, I also had to go through several periods where I just couldn't
hit him from behind.
I just couldn't, get myself in a good place. So something that a lot of people struggle with for different reasons is depression. And I know that Dino did a charity stream. At this point, it's been, a month and a half? A while ago.
I was like, what?
But I wanted to do this right after he did that. But, I really didn't want to come off as preachy or anything like that whenever I was still such a small channel. But honestly, I don't know when my channel is going to grow. I don't know how much it's going to grow. And with that fact, I really felt I needed to just, put this down on paper, quote unquote, make it, out there for people to use and to reference and to see whenever the time may come that they need it. So,
I'm down, boys.
I decided that now was the time because I'm struggling with this type of feel once again. So, depression is a thing that you never really get rid of, and it can manifest itself for a variety of reasons and in a variety of forms. Some people lose all motivation to do anything. Some people really lose their will to live, is what I would say. Some people beat themselves up, and some people just overanalyze and get paranoid about everything. There's a million things that happen with depression, and you never know what it's going to look like.
Pretty fantastic.
For me, my depression kind of culminated in a bunch of different things. I was depressed, and I felt like I was an outcast, that no one gave a shit about me, and that I was on my own. That's really what it ended up feeling like. But that's actually the points where, like, the night that I talked about in one of my previous videos, where I was able to to just kind of sit around with Butterbar, was a huge help. And you never know where it's going to come from. But I always beat myself up. No one gave a shit about me. I'm a loser. I'm no one. I'm the nerdy guy. None of the jocks give a shit about me. None of the other smart kids give a shit about me. We had this very weird situation in my school where we had a class that was actually for extra intelligent people. It was called Stretch. And a lot of the Stretch kids in my class actually looked down on you, no matter how smart you might have been, unless you were another Stretch kid. So with that, the half dozen Stretch kids that were around looked down on me because I never scored the proper score to get invited into the Stretch program. And that, really separated them from me. And it sucked. That's all there was to it. It just sucked. But, it is what it is. I didn't really have a big group of friends or anything like that. And it impacted me. I was a teenage kid trying to find friends and have groups that I could hang out with and not be a dork, and it's rough. And I'm sure that there are those of you who are out there watching this YouTube video now and know exactly what that's like. But in addition to me beating myself up, I also saw myself as useless and worthless. And whenever you see yourself as useless and worthless, you end up seeing yourself as a waste of life. And it hurts me to say it now, but I almost killed myself. And the reason I'm really bringing this up is because if there's any of you that find yourself in the situation that I was in, where you're sitting there, in my case I had a knife in my hand and I was going to stick it in my chest. I wasn't going to slit my wrist. I was going to stick it in my chest, aim for the heart, and try to end it as quickly as possible. And I also would have ended up covering a bathroom in blood, because that's how it would have gone. But
sorry, not meaning to block.
It's something that I really want to talk to people about, because I've been there. That's one of the biggest things that people really have, is the idea that, like, they feel like no one can really relate to what they've gone through or what they're going through. And all I can say is, I've been there. I've held that knife in my hand. I've been ready to literally end it all. And with that, I mean, this is where one of my other videos came into play, finding your support group. At the end of it all, when I was standing there with nothing but myself and a knife, and thinking about ending my life at 16, I thought about my family and how much my family would be destroyed by this. I've had a relative who has hung himself, and I know exactly how that affected my grandma. And while no one at school gave a rat's ass about me, I had friends that I had grown up with that had stopped really caring, stopped really hanging out with me. I had disconnected from people. I had lost so much that I had counted on before. And yet, whenever it came down to that instant that I had to make a decision, I had the thought of family. And honestly, your thought might not be on family, but the idea is that whatever your support group, whatever it is that is good to you, even if it's just this community of Titanfall and YouTube, whatever it is that is good to you, remember that it's worth it. You can't make friends with anyone else on YouTube. You can't see any more of Butters or Iniquity's videos. You can't do any of that stuff if you choose to end it today. And let me tell you, I've been through it, and I've come out the other side, and I can tell you it does get better. It 100% gets better. This is from someone who got rejected by about 15 girls to getting married to a girl and spending what's now almost half my life with her. So, thanks for listening, guys. I hope it wasn't too much. Click on one of the videos and maybe the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.